This is TechVibe Radio, your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation ecosystem. TechVibe is brought to you by Compunetics at compunetics.com, Chorus Call at choruscall.com, Highmark at highmark.com, Huntington Bank at huntington.com, Kindling at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at pnc.com, and Savier at savier.com. Here are your hosts, Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsting of the Pittsburgh Technology Council, coming at you from the Huntington Bank studios. Audrey, I really need to borrow your chainsaw this weekend. Can
Again?
I yes, I got a lot of backyard I got to take care of, and so the chainsaw, if I can stop over and pick it up. Can I do that?
Okay, do you know which one though? Because
No,
I have a
but-
few.
Well, you got a few, but the one that I don't have to mix the gas.
Oh, you don't have to mix the gas.
Yeah.
So the one that just plugs in?
Yeah, the electric one.
Okay. So you need an extension cord?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, can I use
And
it?
so for how many hours?
I don't like all day.
All day?
It's a long project.
It is?
yeah.
What are you doing?
I told you, I'm in my backyard, and I got a lot of branches on this tree, and I got to take them down. So
Okay. There you go.
So
Well, guys, luckily, I'm glad you brought this up and we happen to be here while you were talking about this because we have the perfect app and website, just what you're looking for. Audrey, all you have to do, post the chainsaw on there. Jonathan, you just go ahead and rent it from her for as long as you like.
where's this site? What are you talking about? I can go someplace?
Yeah.
Well, it's a
What?
new it's a new thing. It's a Pittsburgh company. It's called Lend.
Okay.
Yeah. So all you have to do, download the app or go to lendthat.com and pretty much chainsaws. If you have to clean it up, you need some a leaf blower, a power washer after it. Pretty much anything you need, you can find on this app.
Where's this been all my life? I'm so glad you're here today.
Well,
It's kind of like the Airbnb of rentals.
That's
It's an
what
amazing
Whoa.
coincidence that you would bring this up and we were here at this time with
freaky.
a
What
are the
microphone in
odds?
front
Man.
of us.
What are the odds?
It just happens that way sometimes.
that.
So
What are
Audrey,
the
I don't
odds?
need your chainsaw. I'm gonna go to Lend and check it out there.
Yeah, but my chainsaw's going to be on it.
Well, maybe I'll see if there's a better
Well,
chainsaw.
now
for
you
us.
You got
now
options
you can
now.
price compare on lead. There you
Exactly.
Oh,
go. There
man.
you go. Audrey might be too high. You can find another one that's a little less.
That's what we're gonna do. Oh
So
goodness.
who's in the house?
Who
Who,
we got?
who do we have in the house?
How you guys doing? Thanks for
Yes.
having us. My name's Joshua Rudkin from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Obviously one of the co-founders of Lend.
So it's if anyone wants to go to the site while they're listening,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's lend.com.
Lend.com, or if we're also in both
Well,
the
close.
app stores.
Lendthat.com.
Lendthat.com.
Yes.
Also,
Lend.
both the app stores, though, all you have to do is type in Lend-the rental marketplace, and you'll find us in Android and iOS.
I'm downloading it right now to get my chainsaw. That's
There
all I
you
can
go.
say.
I think it's great. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I just don't want to buy.
Exactly. You just want to use it for an afternoon,
Yeah.
like a power washer. Like he wants to go spend a couple $100 on a power
Or a
washer.
big old tent. You don't want to,
Right.
you don't want that
Tents. I
hanging.
love
Party
tents.
Takes
rental
up a-
equipment, huge.
All that.
Even
And
video games or
Mhm.
clothing, shoes, jewelry.
Clothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything, as long as it's not, humans or guns. You can
Right.
post it on.
Humans
you
or
can post It, you
guns.
can post it on Lend. We do have a limit, but not much of a limit.
I gotcha. No, this is so. I'm so glad. I mean, I'm so excited to have you guys here today because Audrey and I get really fired up when we find folks that see a problem in the marketplace and they have a solution for it. This is a thing,
That's
like
us.
being able to find stuff. So give us the story. I mean, first off, Joshua, just tell me about the essence of this. Like
Yeah.
what was the idea?
Yeah.
The origin story, I think, for lack of a
Great
better
question.
term.
So we actually came to this idea. Mike kind of had an idea similar to what we were doing, a little
Okay.
bit different.
Yeah.
And me being in the general contracting space, doing a lot of remodels and flips, he kind of reached out to me to come by. He had this idea we were going to start with just tools per se. And then him and I got together at his apartment in like Upper Lawrenceville. And next thing you know, we started creating from just starting with tools to literally adding in the party rentals. Again,
Right.
we realized that
Wow.
we could really create because there wasn't just an issue with tools. We
Mhm.
believe that people would rent anything if one, the price is right, two, it's convenient for them, and three, obviously, as long as the product works.
Exactly.
So that's when, after being at his house, we kind of started putting together all these ideas. Next thing you know, we have this business plan that was like 20 some pages.
Oh my
long.
goodness.
We ended up slimming it down, but just off the cusp, it was around 20 some pages because we really couldn't stop once we opened these floodgates and the train kind of left the station. We realized that this could be, all encompassing for any type of product that has the ability to be rented per se.
That's a pretty cool story. How it just
Well-
kind of happened like that.
Well, I had originally, we were coming back from a weekend, and originally I had seen, you see those places off the highway with, call 1-800 to rent, whatever piece of equipment, and there's millions of dollars of equipment sitting there.
Yeah, you need like a crane and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Right?
And I'm like, how is there not a better centralized location for all of these businesses who are out in the boons where you could see all these different options? They have all this millions of dollars of equipment. And then it kind of narrowed down. I started talking to Josh about it, and Josh was like, I'm coming over Monday. We're going to start this thing. So credit to him, because I don't know if it would have started because I was working on something else at the time.
He's like, we're doing this.
I'm
man.
like a dog with a bone, man.
I like
Dangle it
it.
long enough, and I'm coming running.
It wasn't even long. He was just like, I'm coming, let's do this thing. So, we started writing it, and like the macro concept is kind of like, you've got these kind of cartel type of corporations where there's only a few options, and they kind of run what the market is, what the price is. And so if you introduce this new form of competition through individuals who have the same products, but these massive corporations don't have this competition, so you introduce this new competition and give the power to the people who have these same products. The idea is it should kind of create a fair market equilibrium of what those products should be priced at.
Oh, that's interesting. You're really taking the big geopolitical
I
view
like
here.
this. Yeah, it's very cool.
Well, yeah, that was that's kind of like the
You're shifting the economy here.
that's
We're going to change the way the world rents. Okay?
That's the
That's what he's
grandiose.
saying.
I know. That's
Well,
what he's saying.
One
He's changing-
sequence dress at a
he's
time.
changing-
Yeah.
He's changing product.
One tent, one sequence dress, one power washer.
I
at a
know.
time.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Yeah,
But
so-
you know what I liked when I heard it the first time? I liked that it's the reusable piece.
Yeah, the environmental part too. Also,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously
really
there's so much
do.
waste.
There's so much waste.
Yeah, there's a new documentary on Netflix just talking about how just the mass amount of consumerism, and there's millions of people, there's millions of individual clothing artifacts, and they're taking up beaches in Ghana and stuff where people go to
That's
dump them.
horrible.
And so, and obviously, we're very small, right? We're just starting out.
Right.
We have big plans, but the idea, that people can reuse these things instead of constantly wasting them.
Yeah. And so is it pretty much just in the Pittsburgh market right now where people have stuff listed? The idea is to
So-
get it just as far as it can go?
Yeah, that's a great question. We are launching, locally. That's where we're at. But the way the app is set up right now is it does not prevent somebody from posting something in Alabama or any other state
Oh, cool.
throughout
Excellent.
the country. So even though we're not spending marketing money yet,
Right,
there,
you can
as,
still-
Mike said, we're just starting
Yeah.
out. So we're small. But let's just say hypothetically, Audrey had 20 some pieces of things that were rentable. If she decided to put all these up in whatever market,
Right.
she arguably just started that market for
Right.
us. So it's
Well,
extremely scalable.
I mean, her
Well-
collection of chainsaws alone is amazing.
That's what I mean.
I mean,
got-
She's got 100 chainsaws.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
the other thing is that what I also have thought about listening to you guys over the last few months. I've thought about so let's use the chainsaw example. Yeah, Jonathan gets the chainsaw, he uses it, he comes back again, he uses it, and then finally he realized he wants to buy it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Can I
great.
make an offer on that person's
And so
chainsaw and
he
say,
can
I
make
like
an
this
offer.
chainsaw so much that I would like to
It's-
buy it from
It's
you?
Yeah.
funny you said that
Yeah.
because this is a conversation we were having as a potential
Well,
strategy
I can
change.
see it. Like
Yeah.
I'm always looking.
So
10 moves
as
down.
of right now, you can only rent it. But
Yeah.
what we've kind of decided on is that we are going to be building in the opportunity to buy
Right.
as well.
Exactly.
I'd like
so
to
so
be able
basically,
to
you
do
can kind
that.
of toggle. You
Or
can
is
be
it
on
like-
the rental side,
yeah.
or you could be on the buy-sell side. We'll have kind of like
Well,
a
like
toggle.
let's say for example tents, which is how you guys started. We started having the conversation
Mhm.
months ago about tents, which really intrigued me.
the party tents and stuff.
Yeah, party tents, outside
Well,
tents.
we also have camping tents too.
We do.
don't
I wasn't talking.
We got
about
any,
Yeah,
camping.
we've got all
type
kinds
of
of
tent you
tents.
need.
Audrey,
Yeah. Any type of tent you
Yeah.
need.
But then I thought, wow, you use it over and over again. I might want to just buy it.
Right.
Hey, we specifically said we're not going to bring this up today because it's going to take months, to build
Right.
it and stuff. But we were literally talking about this before we
Right.
came.
Well, I
Right.
think
When we
after
get our
the
ne-
show-
when we
We
get our
kicked it around
next
for a
raise,
while.
it's one of the first things we're building.
Perfect.
Let's say that.
No,
One of the
I
first
love
things
it.
we're
I
building,
love it because many people build companies and they're just a singular product.
Mhm.
That's not what you're doing.
Right.
You're
You can
doing
go in
something-
many
you
different
can-
directions, which
right,
I would love to
right.
talk about. We got to take a quick
Okay.
break. I know
Quick break.
time is crazy,
No
but
problem.
you can see Audrey and I are very pumped about what you guys are
That's
doing.
great.
But
It's great to
in
hear.
case you just tuned in, we're talking to Josh Rudkin and Mike Moran from Lend. If you go to lendthat.com, you can check out the platform or search for it on the App Store, and you can put the app on your phone and start renting stuff like immediately, like
That's right.
power washers.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, I do believe I saw a sequence dress on there, which I thought was
There
pretty
was a
interesting.
You would look great in it. Just
Do you
in case-
think?
just
Yeah,
in case you
exactly.
decide.
Very flattering. I
If
could
you
get
get
that.
away from the chainsaw, we got the dress
Yes.
for you.
Well, there's the power washer that could go
Power
with
washer
it.
as
So
well.
it'd be perfect. But we're really stoked because we think this is a very unique product and it's being done here in Pittsburgh. And the way you guys started this is amazing. But we're going to come back and talk more about the company, how it's growing, and really how people can access it and start using it. So hang right here. We'll be right back. This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
We are from the Pittsburgh Technology Council all day long, that's for sure. Go to pghtech.org, and I will see you on the flip side of these commercials. Compunetics is the leading developer of unified voice, video, and data collaboration and conferencing applications for the service provider, government, and unique workflow applications. The Summit Olympus and Evergreen platforms, driven by their encrypted user interfaces, enable powerful and secure collaboration. Combined with world-class support and innovative professional services, Compunetics delivers the right solution every time. Learn more at compunetics.com. Every company needs to attract and keep talented people. To do it, you need a strong company story told by those who experience it every day, your employees. So invite your people to be your brand voice and let the Kindling Culture Agency gather and ignite your stories to engage and attract your people. Learn how at sparksomething.big.com. That's sparksomething.big.com. Your dial is set to TechVibe Radio, brought to you by Compunetics, Chorus Call, Highmark, Huntington Bank, Kindling, PNC Bank, and Xavier. Here are your hosts, Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsting of the Pittsburgh Technology Council, coming at you from the Huntington Bank studios. Welcome back, everybody. As you can tell, we're having a ton of fun here on TechVibe this morning. Audrey, we love it when people come in, have a great idea. They bring a lot of passion to it. Gets us fired up.
And it's built.
It's
It's
built.
built.
It's a
That's
platform.
the thing that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly. In case you just joined us, we are talking to Josh Rudkin and Michael Moran from Lend. Go to lendthat.com. Simple as that. So
I'm pretty excited to understand like how this fits into the gig economy, right? In terms of opportunities for people to leverage their assets and make a little bit of money.
You want to know how many people are going to make money? It's understandable.
I know. Like but let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah,
unpack that.
Absolutely, and that's obviously we've discussed the renting side, the advantages of stuff we have listed on there, but the people posting things on our website probably stand to gain the most. You can make this the whole part of the idea of this is people can have a side hustle where they can post products they already own and make money off of it, or we even envision it as a lower barrier cost entry compared to, let's say, an Airbnb where you have to spend all the money buying a house and renting that out. You could have a shed of tools and just rent that out to people locally.
yeah, like this could be like a side hustle for me. Say I went out and I had access to get some pretty inexpensive chainsaws. I'm on the chainsaw thing
Right.
today. I don't know why.
Let's say
Yeah.
like party rentals. Let's
Or
say
party
you have,
rentals.
like,
Yeah.
like
A
games.
gaming system, outdoor games.
Yes.
Right.
PlayStation
could- like
fi-
musical
PlayStation 5,
instruments.
Musical instruments.
Same thing.
Absolutely,
We I think we have a guitar and a ukulele up there right now.
I play a
Right.
little guitar. I don't
And,
think I'm as good as Jonathan, but
Right. And
Who
Jonathan's
is?
not going to put his guitars out there, but
Yeah.
other people might.
Well, if I had a
His guitars
couple,
look
I
nicer.
probably would. I've had some ones that I have no
Okay.
attachment to. But I think the idea that, say I have many party tents, I have 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you just keep renting them out.
Right.
Like,
Well,
and they
even
become a
yard-
source of income for
yard
you.
games,
Absolutely.
like buck a
Yeah, the yard
ball
games
or,
and stuff. And I mean, think about it too. Like whether you're in college or whether you're an adult, maybe 100% you don't know if you like an item just
Exactly.
yet, and maybe you don't want to buy it just
Right.
yet. So you're like,
Try it
okay, hey,
out.
look, there's a bag set that's offered on Lend.
Mhm.
Maybe you have children. Maybe you don't know if they like bags. I mean, so
Right.
once again, the possibilities are really endless in terms of how you can make money here with the products that you have within reason, obviously.
Of course.
Josh,
You
were
can't
saying
rent
about
people.
the vacation stuff when people are coming to visit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
I
about
love
it too.
that.
Yeah, with
So
Len.
many boomerangers here in Pittsburgh, right?
Right.
They
Yeah.
come home for the holidays
Or their families
and they bring their
visiting.
families, or
Yes.
families are visiting.
Right.
I mean, I wanted a telescope for a while, but I didn't know if I wanted to buy one. But it
Well,
was-
Audrey, this is your lucky day. We do have a telescope on the site.
so the point is that there are times where the
You wanna look
scar
at the
is really.
stars. You want to look at
I know.
it, you know? Well, there you go. Like, we have the telescope.
How much for the telescope?
I think, what is it, 20 some a day or something like that?
That's pretty reasonable. For 20 bucks, I would do it. Yeah.
Right.
You know. But what Mike was kind of also getting at is the whole travel aspect that's associated with
Right.
this as well. And what we mean by that is, even though we've just launched in Pittsburgh, let's say you're coming to Pittsburgh around this time of year to visit your family. You've got a couple kids. Well, maybe you don't want to lug all the baby stuff, the strollers, the toys and stuff with them. And we have what you're looking for on our
Mhm.
platform already. We have the, baby stroller that can be a car seat that can also
Love
then,
that.
become the stroller. We have just the regular
Love
car
that.
seats. We have baby playpens, a crib per se. These are all things just working within a family realm that you
Great.
literally, that we could alleviate you having to lug through an airport,
Yeah.
wait at baggage claim for,
No, it's
and they could be
great.
waiting at your Airbnb for you when you get there at your
Right.
family's
Right.
home.
Or at your parents' house.
At your parents' house.
Yeah.
your family
So,
Right.
so if I have that stroller and I just rented it out, so
Mm-hmm.
do I have to meet that person to give them the stroller? Is there like a lend locker somewhere that I can put it and they can pick it up? Like, how does that work? How does the transaction happen so I can actually give my stroller over so someone can rent it from me?
That's a Len locker.
That's a
I
good
like
question.
that.
Yeah, so we've thought
That's
about that as
cool.
well. So that's a good question. So right now, the way it's set up is you have the ability when you post a product to offer that product for pickup or delivery or both.
Okay.
So let's say you don't want to be inconvenienced ever leaving your home for
That's
whatever reason whatsoever. You could be pickup only. Or with our delivery side, if you do decide you want to leave your home, if you post the product for delivery as well, you can set a flat rate for the rental as well as a price per mile. So now you're kind of being compensated for that extra time of you delivering
Right.
whatever that product would be.
Could I get DoorDash to pick it up?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is our own version of DoorDash. But
So,
yeah,
we're
is
our own
cool, though.
DoorDash right now.
Oh, Audrey and I want to join in. This is fun.
That's great. I just saw
Really
Audrey
is.
download the app right now. I was watching.
I know.
I was impressed.
I love it because I live in a big house and there's stuff in there. Like, why do I still have it?
Right.
there you go.
Right. Well, and you could even, just to kind of dial it back as well, I have a couple of friends that are, photographers, and they're constantly, when they're doing different types of photo shoots, just looking for random stuff to fill a space.
Ah.
Let's use this table as an example. I wouldn't rent this table. You
Right.
wouldn't. But if you're a photographer and you're
You
trying
might.
to put together a little
Right.
wholesome room or something
Yeah.
like
Right.
that, this could be an ideal table. And then a couch as well.
So you're like a prop
Right.
shop as well, too.
It could be.
So
I
it
mean,
could be
that's-
like
is-
staging.
Yes. Exactly.
Staging
And
would be great.
volume is what we need. So everybody listening, we need you to go down lendthat.com. I know Jonathan has mentioned it.
Yes.
You can also do the QR code from the website and download the app.
Right.
But we need some volume.
Volume is it.
Yeah,
It's
but
the-
the more things that we have on there, the better the site's going to be, and the more options people are going to have, and the more fairly priced these products are going to be by the introduction of more of the similar things. So.
I can see lighting. Like, I'm thinking about
we have
staging.
we have lighting on
That's
there.
where I got lost on that because
Right.
we have
Back to,
if
like,
you're
the
not a
whole
photographer, there's also
Right.
photography lighting that we have on there for
Studio kit. I
Right.
saw that on there.
Or,
Yeah.
maybe you are a photographer and you need extra lights, and you're like,
Mhm.
I only need 4 extra for this shoot. I'm not going to go buy more. Hey, perfect. We have 4 lights.
But
Yeah.
even
So-
for like theatrical productions, I could see that being
Yeah.
helpful too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
For
absolutely.
set design.
I'm just excited you guys started this, and you're doing this here in Pittsburgh, which
Yeah.
makes us super
And they're
happy.
from Pittsburgh.
And
They're
you're
Pittsburgh-
from Pittsburgh.
And we believe Pittsburgh is so blue collar that
Yeah.
we believe Pittsburgers will get behind this. So
I
that's
bel-
what we're
I
hoping for,
believe it
guys. If
too.
you're listening,
I'm super
Great.
stoked about it. I think it's amazing. I think this is a great way for us to kick off 2025
Yes.
because it's just like, man, we're rooting for you guys right
Thank you.
now.
Thank you,
And we
guys.
know the road's not easy, but we see that there's a lot of ways that this thing could be monetized. It
Yeah.
could be very interesting see how you guys keep growing this. So what is your big goal as we wrap the show up for the coming year to get Lend going? Obviously, you need people.
Yeah,
you need products.
I
Like,
would
what
say
do you need?
100,000 users sounds okay.
Okay.
But, we'll take more though.
I
if
love
there's more
that.
to- if there's
I
more
love
to get.
that.
And we're
Okay.
raising capital for, this has kind of been
Yeah.
our soft launch
Great.
for,
Right.
to get feedback, because we've been in, it took us 2+
Yeah, a little over 2 years to build the app.
yeah.
Exactly.
All
So-
the back and forth and everything.
Yeah, and building all these different components, always takes longer than you think.
Oh, sure.
So, we've had a good feedback period. We're pretty confident with how the app's functioning.
Great stuff.
So now
Yeah.
we're just, raising some capital to do a real big marketing campaign and get the word out there.
Well, Audrey and I are stoked.
Yeah,
and
we're
tell,
in.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're telling everybody
We're in.
one last time, lendthat.com. Get your chainsaws, your sequence dresses, your tents, your strollers,
lighting.
or lighting, whatever it is. You can go there and get it. We hope you do. We're going to think of some ideas, Audrey, won't we?
It's also
Yeah.
very easy to use, guys.
Very cool.
Great.
Love it. Well, we're out of time, Audrey. So much fun. Love having you guys here. This has been Jonathan Kirsting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
And we are from the Pittsburgh Technology Council through and through. We just love telling stories like this every Sunday. Keep joining us. And in case you need a little bit more during the week, hey, just go wherever you get your podcasts. Look for TechVibe. We'll see you next weekend. Compunetics is the leading developer of unified voice, video, and data collaboration and conferencing applications for the service provider, government, and unique workflow applications. The Summit Olympus and Evergreen platforms, driven by their encrypted user interfaces, enable powerful and secure collaboration. Combined with world-class support and innovative professional services, Compunetics delivers the right solution every time. Learn more at compunetics.com. Thanks for geeking out with us on TechVibe Radio. Tune in next Sunday for more tech and innovation stories right here from Pittsburgh. TechVibe is brought to you by Compunetics at compunetics.com, Chorus Call at choruscall.com, Highmark at highmark.com, Huntington Bank at huntington.com, Kindling at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at pnc.com, and Xavier at xavier.com. And we're always coming at you from the Huntington Bank Studios.